Hi guys, this is Dave with Open Living Chat, and I'm out here today to talk about meditation, which is, I'm out here in nature, the beauty of nature, and it's a great place to talk about a natural thing, which is meditation. The first thing you ought to know is that meditation is not religious, okay? You got it? Meditation is not religious. Everybody thinks it is. In fact, I thought it was for quite a long time, that it had to be religious to meditate, or it was only for Buddhists or, Zen people or whatever like that. But it's not. It's really meant for everybody. Anybody who has a brain can benefit from meditation, and that's the whole thing. Second thing is, meditation has no rules. That's right, there are no rules to meditation. You can do it any way you want. You don't have to sit cross-legged on a mat with some Zen music playing or anything like that. All you need to do is basically meditate. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay? You don't have to do that with your hands palm up. You don't have to do some chant or anything like that. You just have to meditate. And what is meditation? The meditation is thinking deeply or focusing on something. Basically telling your brain to shut off everything else, and that's the way I put it, and focus on something important. And that is really basically you're resetting your brain. Think about it. Your brain is thinking all the time. Every day, some of you are multitaskers and you're thinking about numerous things at the same time, or you're doing numerous things at the same time. So you're thinking about doing all those things. Well, meditation is basically telling your brain to focus on one thing, and that one thing basically takes the power of your brain and puts it in that one thing, okay? People of ADD like me know how to hyper-focus, and would you say that's a way of meditation? I don't know. You can make an argument for that. But the cool thing is, when you meditate, usually you meditate on something simple, something that's basically gonna just it's gonna basically take all your brain cells to actually focus on that. So that way you're just resetting it. And a lot of times what people will do when they're first starting to meditate is they'll teach you to just think about your breath, okay, when you're breathing in and out. That's why you have the people go and take a deep breath, like take a deep breath right now. I'll show you how. Okay, take a deep breath and then let it out. And just feel that and think about it and focus on that. And just do it again. And this time, think about it, feel it, and focus on that. Of course, in this cold air, it's a little different. But hey, just so you're thinking about it, think about where you feel it the most. Do you feel it in your nose? Do you feel it in your throat? Do you feel it in your lungs? Where do you feel the breath melt? Think about it. Think about how your body is changing with that. Most of the time, we're not thinking about our breath at all. As you know, breath is controlled really by our subconscious. So when you're thinking about the breath and you're just thinking about controlling it and feeling it, you're really just focused on one thing. And it kind of resets. So think about if you actually did that for 5 minutes, and just think about the breath. It's just a reset for your life. It's a reset for your brain, your mind. There's just nothing else for it to worry about. There's nothing for it else to focus on. And it just is a refreshing. I think it's a reset. Some people just says, well, it just turns your brain off for a little while. To me, it's just like, it's probably different for everybody, but it's probably very similar because we all realize that it's good for us. And so that's why we meditate. If you just do it 5 minutes a day, and that's great. You can do it any way you want to do it. In fact, I don't sit in the pose with my back straight up and my palms up on my knees and like that. I just don't do that. I mean, some people do that. I think the transcendental meditation people take it really serious, and they have a certain pose you have to be, and they have different mantras they say, and that's fine. You can do that if you want. If it works for you, more power to you. Like obviously keep an open mind. Do whatever works for you. But you can do whatever you want, okay? Usually for me, it's when I wake up, I'm like, I'm gonna meditate. It's like I'm thinking about all these things I want to do for the day. I'm like, oh, before I get up, I should meditate. Because it just kind of resets my day, resets my brain, and gets me refreshed and ready to go. So I'll just lay there in bed and meditate. And the harm or the hazard of that is, of course, I might just fall back to sleep. But, you know, what's the harm in that, really? You know, if I do, if I'm reset, maybe my brain needs a little more sleep. So, well, of course, if I have to get up for a certain thing, I probably shouldn't be falling asleep. But you know what I mean. So anyway, you can do whatever way you want, okay? You can meditate by taking a walk out here in nature. See how beautiful this is out here? It's beautiful. And if I'm out here and I'm basically in nature, this is like the perfect place to meditate. You take a walk in nature, even in your neighborhood or wherever you are, just walk along the path or the road and just focus and use all your brain, use your whole vision to see everything around you. That's a form of meditation because you're focusing on the moment. It's almost like living in the moment. You've heard of that before. But this is just, you're living in the moment, in the now. This is what is here now. Focus on what's in the path in front of you. Focus on footsteps you see. Focus on alterations in the path, rocks, sticks, or whatever. And just use your whole vision. Instead of just looking just in front of you, look around you to the sides. And you don't even really have to do it. You don't have to look like I'm looking, but you can actually just use your whole retina of all your eye and just bring it in like this is a huge movie, like it's an IMAX, and just bring in the whole vision of nature. And it just focuses your brain on that whole view and just take it in. Walk. Take it in. See what you see. And you're going to be surprised at how refreshing that is. Because it's just really cool. It is. And that's not the only thing you can do. It really, to me, it's one of the most perfect ways to meditate because you're out in nature, which is natural and where you should be and where we really are at our best. But you can also do it when you're driving. Isn't that crazy? When you're driving, you can meditate. I know it sounds really crazy, but yeah, of course you're going to meditate with your eyes open. No rules, remember? So obviously your eyes are going to be open and you're going to be paying attention to the road the whole time. And I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and tell you that I think it's more safe to be meditating while you're driving than actually just be an autopilot driving where you're just paying attention to the road in front of you, you're paying attention to the car in front of you, and you're thinking about all the other things in your life that you should be doing or want to be doing or something like that. And you're really not paying attention to what's coming up behind you or anything like that. When you're meditating, remember, you're deeply thinking or focusing on one thing. If you're deeply thinking and focusing on the road and everything around you, you're going to be a much better driver. Believe me. Okay, so how do we do it? Basically, it's really easy. It's really simple. Just like I said, you're focusing on the road. And instead of just hyper-focusing on that car in front of you, just take it all in. Take everything in, the whole road coming in front of you. If there's another road on the other side, there's trees coming by you, there's many other cars on the road. Think about everyone. Try to keep track of all the different things that are happening around you as they happen. What roads, what cars are passing you, what cars are coming up on you, or cars behind you, everything like that. You're constantly using all your senses, your vision senses, to do that. You can also use your feeling senses. Obviously, you're feeling the steering wheel, you're feeling any of the adjustments or things you need to do, but you're constantly taking it all in and you're adjusting your driving as you do it, and you're thinking only of that, okay? That's the whole point. You're focusing on one thing. Now, as with any type of meditation, whether you're lying down in your bed, listening to your breath, or you're just out in nature looking at stuff, or you're in the car like I am right now, taking it all in. If something else comes into your mind that's not what you're supposed to be focusing on, don't beat yourself up about it, because I could be sitting here thinking and maybe see a sign that says, oh, look, there's a great adventure place that I could go to. Oh, Disney World. Oh, yeah, I'd like to take the kids to Disney World. Maybe I can earn some more money. Oh, wait a minute, Dave. You're not focusing on your driving anymore. Don't beat yourself up about it. Go ahead and just steer yourself. Think about it. Oh, just let it go like a cloud by you and kind of fizzle out, dissolve out of your thinking. Think back to your driving. Just gently and kindly steer your mind back to concentrating on your driving. Okay? So as long as you keep doing that, you're focusing on one thing, you're meditating, and you're resetting your mind. And you're basically taking control of your mind to not do all those things that keep you distracted all day long. That's the beauty of it. And you'll really like that. So, as you're driving along, just keep thinking of driving, just keep taking it in. Just realize things that pass you. Oh, there was a sign that just passed by. Realize all those little things that you might not have noticed before. Is anything different the last time you were here? You don't have to really think about it much. Just take it all in. And that's the deal. It's pretty easy. If you could do this 5 minutes a day, or maybe even longer if you have a longer trip, on the way to work or from work, you're going to feel so much better if you just hyper-focus. And be a better driver too. So, and as you notice, you may notice I've got a car coming up on my left, and that's fine. I see it, and I'm taking it all in, and I can see where it is the whole time. I also see other cars that are coming at me. You get the point. Okay, so that's the deal. Now, is there anything more than meditation? Meditation is basically deeply thinking or focusing your mind on one thing and helping reset your brain. The next step is turning your brain off. Basically going down to your true sense, because you know you are separate from your mind. But that's a subject for another video, and we'll have to discuss that at another time. And I hope you like that too. Anyway, this is Dave with Open Living Chat. I hope you enjoy your meditation. If you do it 5 minutes a day or even more, you will see how much it helps you. As my mom always used to say, whatever you do, keep an open mind.